I'm from a little town called Grantville, Georgia, south of Atlanta. Moved here in 2003, but I grew up in the Atlanta area. Grew up singing country music and rock and roll and that sort of thing. And then one day the Lord stepped in my life, and all I want to sing about is Him. As I say, I was in church taking notes, and the title of this particular sermon was "Go Forward." And the biblical reference was from Exodus, when the children of Israel, they had been set free, and they had gotten so far, and they were surrounded and didn't know what to do, and they cried out to the Lord, and they said to Moses, "What have you done?" Moses turned to the Lord and said, "Lord, I've done everything you asked me to. What do I do now?" The Lord replied, "Tell the people to go forward." And He parted the Red Sea. So the application of that is, people, me included, I include myself, we tend to dwell on the things of the past. What's in the past has passed, as they say. If you keep focusing on the past, you're going to miss out on the things that God's got in store for you. If you drive down the road looking through the rearview mirror, you're going to wreck.
The nation of Israel had been set free. Pharaoh's army came after them, they couldn't see. They cried to the Lord, we're on the run. They said to Moses, what have you done? Moses said, Lord, what shall I do? I've done everything that you asked me to. The Lord said, Moses, don't cry to me, go forward. Then He parted the Red Sea. I'm the Lord your God, put your faith in me, go forward. Don't live in the past, I'm the Alpha Omega, the first and the last, go forward. Tell everyone you meet that the Lord your God has made your life complete, go forward. There's a brighter day, don't look back, you're not going that way.
I enjoy singing, but I get more joy out of sharing what a difference He made in my life. I grew up on, like I said, country music, rock and roll, Leonard Skinner, ZZ Top, Clint Black. My dad used to sing the old Merle Haggard and Conway Twitty songs, and he'd play and let me sing, and that's just where I got started.
Well, your life's going wrong, it's been so long. The presence of God seems long gone. You're crying to the Lord, you're on the run. You keep thinking about the things that you have done. Praying to the Lord, what should you do? Thinking you missed something that He has to give. He said, doesn't matter anymore, go forward. I'll open the door. Go forward. Be set free, every Lord your God. Put your faith in me, go forward. Don't live in the past, I'm the Alpha Omega, the first and the last, go forward. Till everyone you meet that the Lord your God has made your life complete, go forward. There's a brighter day, don't look back. going that way. Keep your eyes on the prize, it keeps getting nearer. Look through the windshield, not the rearview mirror. Go forward, you've been set free of the Lord your God. Put your faith in me. Go forward, don't live in the past. I'm the Alpha Omega, the first and the last. Go forward, tell everyone you meet that the Lord your God will make your life complete. Go forward, there's a brighter day. Don't look back, you're not going that way. Don't look back, you're not going that way. Go forward.
Guy that worked for me said, "Hey, we need to go deer hunting." Well, I thought, yeah, that'd be great. Well, so we long story short, I wound up falling out of a tree deer hunting. Separated the vertebrae in my neck, put me in a wheelchair. So needless to say, that's a life-changing event. And, I struggled with it for a couple of years. My marriage wouldn't last. And so, I just started doing the party thing, going back to my roots. Just set out to prove to the world that being in a wheelchair was not going to keep me from living a normal life. Problem was I didn't really know what a normal life was. I got back into college, didn't know what I was going to do, and I was burning the candle at both ends. And one day between classes, a guy sat down beside me on the bench at school, and he just befriended me. And every Christian I met up until then, I just thought was crazy. They all just seemed like fanatics, and a lot of them are. And but this guy was different. He just, as I got to know him, I realized he had something in his life that I needed, because my life was in chaos. And long story short, one day I called him. I said, "Rich," I said, "I think I'm ready." I said, "I think I need the Lord." So I went to his house. He led me in a prayer, and that's when God took over. And he's had his hands full, because I'm a handful. I'm a little. You've heard people talk about that still small voice. That's not the way he works with me. He has to get tough. And my granddad used to call me Hard Rock, because I'm a little hard-headed, a little stubborn. Granddaddy used to sing a song when it went, "Way down yonder, not very far off, Jaybird died with the whooping cough." That never made a whole lot of sense to me. But I thought one day, wow, that'd be a really cool start to a song. So this song, that's the way it starts. But it really is just the gospel. Just gospel. Way down yonder, not very far off, Jesus died on a rugged cross. But he rose again on the third day. I gave my heart to him. He took my sins away.
glory, I'm gonna spread the
Jesus came to earth and he taught his disciples. His disciples went out and taught others. They came back and told him what he'd done in his name, and when he left us, he said, "Go make disciples of all nations."
He chose disciples, just ordinary men, poured his life into them, set them out, and then they told others all the things he'd done, shared what they learned with everyone. Glory, glory,
Glory, glory,
I've been set free.
I've been set free.
Glory, glory,
Glory, glory,
Jesus loves me.
Jesus loves me.
Glory, glory,
Glory, glory,
since I've heard.
well, since I've heard.
Glory, glory, I'm gonna spread the word. Glory, 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 hallelujah, save me. Glory, 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 hallelujah, he gave me. Glory, 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 hallelujah, he's everything. Glory, 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 hallelujah, he saw me. Glory, 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 hallelujah, he bought me. Glory, 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 hallelujah, he's the King of Kings.
King of kings.
Glory, glory,
Glory, glory,
I've been set free.
I've been set free.
Glory, glory,
Glory, glory,
Jesus loves me.
Jesus loves me.
Glory, glory,
Glory, glory,
since I've heard.
well, since I've heard.
Glory, glory, I'm gonna spread the word. Glory, glory, I'm gonna spread the word. Yes, I
Title of the song is "Mama's Heart." Why Mama? Well, that's just the way I was raised. Mother was just a little too proper. She was my mama. And at her funeral, she had always her whole life had struggled with her weight, and she was a big woman, tall, and not, and she was 5'11". She never told me how much she weighed, so I don't know. But a guy at the funeral said, she had to be that big to carry around the size of her heart.
Mama used to lay awake, wondering how she keep us fed. She worked each day and she'd come home and tuck me into bed. I never wanted for anything, she always made a way. How I wish that she was here to talk to me today. tore it all apart. Mama, she'd do anything you asked her to. Mama, I sure miss you. When I was young, I made her life a misery, it's true. I was into everything, even things she never knew. One day God got a hold of me, showed me a better way. Mama sure was proud of me as she bowed her head to pray. Mama, she had the biggest heart. Mama, even when I tore it all apart. Mama, she'd do anything you asked her to. Mama, I sure miss you. Mama was laid to rest. People came from miles away. I heard so many stories of the difference she had made. You always knew just where she stood. She let you know she cared. Mama's heart's in heaven. I can't wait till I get there. Mama, she had the biggest heart. Mama, even when I tore it all apart. Mama, she'd do anything you asked her to. Mama, I sure miss you. Mama, I sure miss you. Mama, I miss you.
Dear Brandon, dear Dwayne, I love both of you. Bye-bye.
That little 5-minute video took 8 hours to make. I mean, it was like every musician, they recorded each musician 2 or 3 different camera shots for the whole song. You know, had to make up the whole deal, you know, a big camera, 3 foot long on rollers. It was interesting. I've never quite looked at a movie or a commercial or something the same way, because once you see what goes into doing a 2-minute commercial, it's amazing, really. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of work, but it was worth it. It turned out really well, I thought. Well, all the songs are ready. I've just got to get them sent and get them duplicated. So I'd say the second week in February.